Welcome to Citizen AY. Please do share the broadcast as you're getting it. I'll try and share it myself as well. So just give me a few minutes. We're trying to do one or two things as we go along. So let's just go to the fundraiser to make sure we have that there. We just want you to be able to be aware of what we're doing and the kind of things that we need to be aware of as a whole. Anyway, so that's the GoFundMe there. Let me just go into it. Okay. We don't need to do anything out of it. Just want to make sure we keep it going. Okay, let's have a look. Okay, so that's the GoFundMe there. Those of you looking on YouTube, greetings, and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak about truth to power. We're going to speak about one or two issues today. Wanted to make sure I got a few things in place. We're focusing on ECOWAS, and we have to keep exposing them. And there are so many things that they're doing. Why is it that France can't and the colonials won't leave us alone? You'll be reading one or two things shortly about that. So please, as you're watching, subscribe to Citizen AY on YouTube. Help us grow the platform, and of course on TikTok as well. Shortly, we're going to go live on TikTok as well. Let me just quickly do something with that. So make sure we have that there. Okay, so good. Okay, chat and view. So 1 second. Okay, so I think we got everything now. So we're going to go live. Right there. Okay. Greetings, and welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. I do hope you can join us. It's been a minute. Let's have a look at doing one or two things. We might be here for about an hour or two. I'm supposed to do one or two things, but to be honest, I'm not going to do that just now. I'm supposed to be doing something. Tomorrow, I'm supposed to be part of a parade for a protest in London, but I'm not up to it physically. So I will do what I can. I wish them well in their protest. I'd love to have been part of it, but I've got one or two things that has just precludes me from going. So I won't be joining. But greetings. I hope you can all hear me. No. Yeah, you can hear me. Greetings to you all. Greetings. Welcome to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. As you're joining, please do share the broadcast. Help us reach more people. Let me just quickly get something in place. Yeah, okay. So we'll make sure we get that right. Okay, so go back up. Okay, give me 1 second, please. Just want to make sure we got it there. This is it, and that is it. As you're joining, please do share. There's a lot to say. There's a lot to cover. Sorry. So, yeah. We're going to talk about. Let's talk about this. Greetings to you all as you're watching. Tap and share. Help us grow the platform. And also, what you'd like to do, we'd like you to actually, can you give us some love and gifts as well? Let's get to 2,000 likes before we do the broadcast. Let's get to 2,000 likes before the broadcast proper begins. We like to do that because it's important for us to grow it. So as you're watching, hit the like button and give us thumbs up. Help us reach more people. We'll try and share it as well. Share. You're listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We really do. We are grateful for your support. We are grateful for your continued support, and everything that you're doing to help us is truly appreciated. And those that are following us, we have over 33,000 followers right now on TikTok. So thank you very much for that. We are very grateful. We will continue. This knows that our message. This lets us know our message is getting there, and it's getting to people that needs to hear the message, and it's very important. So for that, we say thank you so very much for your support. Please continue to gift the platform, like the platform, share our broadcast, help us reach as many people as possible. And if you're on YouTube as well, subscribe to us on YouTube. We'd like to grow that platform as well. We'll try and cover a range of things, and as time goes on, to be honest, I actually want to make sure that there will be more presence. We want to have more physical presence on the African continent, i.e. being there on a regular basis, going to various different countries. So what you are doing here in supporting us, gifting us, will help us do that. So please, we really do need that support. So please, as you're watching, subscribe, hit notification button, give us thumbs up, help us with more people. Can we get to 2,000 likes before we begin? Can we do that? I'd like to think we can get to 2,000 likes before we begin properly. So hit the gift, the like button, share, tap and share, grow the platform, help us grow the platform. We really do need that support. Your support is very much appreciated. So if you're coming, as you're coming in, just tap the screen, tap, share, grow the like, and let us reach more people. We need to talk about this. There's two things we're talking about principally. Number one, the hypocrisy of the colonials. They don't want Africans on the European continent. Fine, we get that. But how about leaving Africa alone? They don't want to leave Africa alone. So you don't want us to be in control of our destiny, but you don't want to leave us alone. You don't want to leave our continent. So that is hypocrisy right there. And of course, we're going to come and talk about our African leaders that tells us to believe in ECOWAS and everything else, but they don't have any hospitals. Even our leaders are going into the West to use the hospitals in the West. And we have over 424 million ECOWAS citizens. I'm just talking about ECOWAS now. There in the whole of Africa is 1.4. We don't have adequate medical health care for 1.4 billion people across Africa. Yet, in ECOWAS, for example, there are 424 million people. 424 million people in ECOWAS. No health care for them. Sorry about that. Don't know what happened there. So let me just check that. Okay. So, yeah. So there are no health care for them. There's no health care to provide for that's been provided by those. And yet they tell us to believe in ECOWAS. What does that mean? So we're going to talk about that in detail. Before we go ahead, you likes on TikTok right now. Can we get to 2,000? It would really be good if we can get to 2,000 likes. And as you're watching, gift the platform. We really do need that support. If you can give the platform, and also, consider getting our merchandise as well. That would be of great help. I'm trying to see where is it. So we're going to try and show you the stuff we're doing and how we're doing things, and we would really like your support. So we do need that. Okay. So yeah. So again, you can request for the merchandise via the email address I have on there. We're still trying to set that up. It's taking me some time, and I've got a lot that we're doing. So we can get it that way. And also, of course, we can, and if you want to donate to help the platform directly, the PayPal me is on there. You can help us. We need your support. So let's get to 2,000 likes. 2,000 likes before we begin. We're almost there. 1.3K. Let us do that, please. It's very important. We need the support and we need your help. Like I said, once again, thank you so much. We are 33,000. We have 33,000 followers on TikTok right now. And that's great. We have 4,000 on YouTube. We'd like that number to grow as well. And the more, it's very important what we're doing on this platform. On this platform, Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We come here to enlighten, to empower, to encourage us to know our rights and begin to hold those we elect into office to account. We're not going to relent. We're going to continue in that work. And your support, with your support, we want to reach more people. We want to reach across the entire African continent so that we are all able to actively participate in freeing ourselves. Africa is in bondage. Africa is not free. And I'm not saying that. And those of you who are in Europe or, those Europeans and all that, when we talk about this is nothing to do with hate. We are just saying it is time for Africa to grow, to reach its true potential, and to be able to actually cater for its people without you having to feel the burden of Africans coming to your continent. Or, we want you to have your continent free. We don't want you to have anything to do with anybody impeding what you're doing on the European continent or in America or in Canada, or, we want to be allowed to just be. The Russians are free. They're able to control and protect themselves. The Chinese are able to do the same thing. We equally deserve that without question. And we do not need any permission from anybody. We are simply standing up for our freedom, and we are encouraging our youth to know their history and their past. Wow, over 2,000 likes. Okay. Thank you very much. I didn't realize I was busy talking away. Now, okay. We'll hit the mark. As you're watching, please give the platform. Okay, we're going to begin with the walk straight away. And that means we're going to do this. I beg your pardon. Okay. So let us begin. As you know, we have a track of ours that it's called How Long Una Go Dey Suffer. It's a song I wrote. And yeah, please do get it. It's on Spotify. It's on iTunes. So we're going to begin right now. Here we go. Season AI. My people, oh, I throw away salute. Hey, 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 hey. Well, now here. Yes, sir. Come on. Here we go. How long? How long? How long? How long gonna go dey suffer? How long? How long? Thank you. How long? How long gonna go dey suffer? How long? How long? Share, share, share. Tap and give the platform. How long gonna go dey suffer? How long go? How long? How long? How long gonna go dey suffer? My people, we don't tire inside Nigeria. Now slave camp we dey oh. My people, we don't tire for the country where them they call Nigeria. Now slave camp whoa. The time done now where we supposed stand up for our right to oh. Stand up for our right to oh. The time done now where we supposed stand up oh, for our right to oh, for self-determination. How long? How long? How long, my people? How long? How long gonna go dey suffer? How long? How long? Yes, sir. How long? How long gonna go dey suffer? How long? How long, my people? How long? How long? How long gonna go dey suffer? How long? Oh, how long? How long? How long gonna go dey suffer? Abdul Salam na fake man. Now he put that yeah constitution for your head, yo. Abdul Salam na fake man. Now military man can't tell una and say una get constitution. No be lie. Na lie yo, na fake, na fraud oh. That yeah constitution. Now he then they say hey, close una eye yo. May una wake up, may una wake up oh. Okan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. 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 Bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Okan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Bere ni o, I just dey wonder. Okan bere ni o, I just dey wonder. My people, I want make una know say oh, self-determination oh, na your right yo. My people, I want make una know say oh, self-determination na your right yo. You must fight for your right. You must stand for your right. You must get up, stand up. You must tell your people for your village, for your town, for your city, any inside country where you dey oh. Atiku, Emilokon, Okita Obi no be the solution. Now the solution now be the solution. Make una wake up. Wake up. Make una wake up. Wake up. Time don knack. You be Yoruba man. You be Biafran. I want make una know say self-determination na your right you. Hey, 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 land, yo. Middle belt na your land, yo. Hausa land na your land, yo. Biafra land na your land, yo. No be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria, no be Nigeria. La 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 oh. Thank you all so very much. I hope you like that. You can get that tune on Spotify and on iTunes. I'll see if I can put the link up on the broadcast as I speak. If where possible, I'll try and fit it. So you can just go there and download it. Please do that. Help us. If you can download the iTunes song, how long will I go so far? It really speaks to us really standing up as Africans. It is relevant to every African. And it is about us exercising our right to self-determination. We are not free on the African continent. I kid you not. There is no part of the African continent that is free except for these three. The three you see behind me, they are really free. They are independent. They are not using the fund. They're not using the financial mechanism of the West. They are protecting themselves. They are not having any military protection, military bases of France or US or Germany or any of those countries in Burkina Faso, Mali, or Niger. And they have their own currency. They are working on their own currency. You see, this and they provide for their people. They're using the resources of the continent, of their land to benefit their own people. So it is really important that we really need that help. When we ask you and we talk to you about you being able to support us in what we're doing, that is what we mean. We need to be able to focus on knowing our rights on this platform, as you've heard me say. What we want is for every African to be able to actually know their constitutional rights in their language, to know that constitutional right in their own language. It is very, very, very important. And as I said today, I was supposed to do one or two things. Tomorrow is a very important day for some people who are doing things about a protest in London tomorrow. Only for health reasons, I'm not able to go. I had to do one or two things and I've had to attend to that. So I haven't, I've not participated because I knew that this was limiting me somewhat. But you know what? We are where we are and we're doing what we need to do. I'm glad that I'm able to, at least despite that, still come out and give out information as such as this. Very, very important. So please, as you're watching, do share. Help us grow the platform. You are, of course, listening to Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth power. Thank you very much for the gift, Alkebulan. Thank you so much. I'll be inviting you shortly. And if you're there, I'll invite you. Oh, thank you very much, Alkebulan. Thank you for the gift. It is always welcome. As much as you can to donate and gift to the platform, it helps us to be able to do the work we're doing, which is to give you very important information to be able to make informed decisions. Many of us, millions, 1.4 billion Africans have been kept in the dark by the system, by the Western system that has designed, Gengoldi, wow, greetings and welcome, that has been designed solely to keep us in the dark. And we need to break free by sharing information among ourselves. So please, when we do talk on the platform, whatever you can do to help us, in terms of the music, download it. In terms of the merchandise, share it. In terms of subscribing as well and sharing, and also follow us on YouTube. Thank you all so much. Gengoldi, thank you. Thank you to Agobalan as well. And thank you to those of you as you're watching. Now, let us begin proper. Now, we're going to go into the topic proper. Before I do that, please don't forget, we have a rescue Africans from enslavement in Arab countries. It's still going on. We would like to get one of our sisters back home. In fact, more. We need to get, if we can get more people to come out and join us, we'd love that. To come back home from being enslaved. As we speak, our sister told us yesterday that, or the day before, I think, she said, right now, the police in Iraq, they've arrested some more of our African sisters. All African women that are in Iraq, they never walk around with their own passport because it is all taken away from them. It is all taken away from them. And this is something that we really need to understand that is very, very wrong. And they are slaves. They are effectively slaves in a foreign land. And they have no say in what happens to them. They cannot take their passport and say, I'm not happy with what is going on and I'm going back. Instead, when they try to do that, the Iraqi police grabs them and then puts them in jail. Now, for every African that is in there, you have to end up paying. You end up paying. Greetings, Gengoldi. I'll bring you up shortly. Sorry, as well. 1 second. I'll bring you up shortly. So for every African that is there, you have to end up finding money to buy a ticket for £700, and then they charge processing fees of another $600, $600 to $700 for a ticket back to Africa, plus another $600 to £700 dollars for processing fees. That's extortionate. We said it. African Union is not working for Africans, and that is why your help is needed. We would love to get our sister back home. She's been there for months, and she's trying to put some funds together. So the more you can do this, the more, whatever you can do to donate there, that will be very much appreciated. So that's why we're putting that there. Now, so I'll bring it back up again as we speak later on. Now, let us do something quickly. I want to show you something. Where is it? Okay. So, whilst that is going on, let me show you this. This is France, right? France says they don't want to let go. Let me zoom in a little bit. I'll read these words to you. France says they cannot because France has lost Niger. They lost Niger. They lost Burkina Faso, and they lost Mali. So their secretary, one of the foreign ministry official said, we cannot afford to lose Chad. Listen, we cannot afford to lose Chad. This statement from a French foreign ministry official says it all. Faced with growing disenchantment from the African continent, having been pushed out by its former colonies of Mali, Niger, and Burkina Faso, Paris is counting more than ever on its relationship with N'Djamena to maintain a foothold in the Sahel. So, they will not let go. We cannot afford to lose Chad. I want to ask a question, and I'm going to put this to my sister, Alkebulan, and Agel Goldie as well, and you can all answer. Does Chad belong to France or what? I don't understand. So, France cannot afford to let go. I don't understand what that means. What do you mean you can't let go? It is not yours to begin with. We are African nation. We have a right to sovereignty, and we are trying to exercise it. And then here you are, the French, telling us, oh, we can't let go. And at the same time, the French will be the ones. I don't know if you see what happens. They will tell us, greetings, Oluwasegun, I'll bring you back on shortly. They will tell us, oh, by the way, we don't want you to be in Europe. Fine, I understand that. I understand. I get that. I get that you don't want Africans in Europe. Fine. But can you leave us alone? Can you leave us? You can't. Let me tell you why they don't want to let go of Chad. So you understand. Then I will go to my guests on the panel. Let me show you quickly. Let me show you something. I hope I can get it. Okay, so mineral resources in Chad. They've lost the mineral resources in Niger, Burkina Faso, and Mali. So they want to keep everything. They want to at all cost. You know? Let me see. In Chad. Let's see what they have in Chad. So you can begin to understand why the work we're doing is so important. It is so important. So let's bring that up here. Here we go. I'll show you. So let me make it slightly bigger. Then just bear with me, guys. It's important to do this. Because if we don't, right, okay. So Chad has got gold. They've got uranium. Can you see? They got titanium. They got bauxite. These are the deposits of gold in various. There are deposits of gold in various parts of Chad, including mined southern western part of Chad. Other minerals include uranium, titanium, and bauxite. Can you see? Can you see that? Can you see? This is why France is there. They don't care about the people. They don't care about your sovereignty. They are there because they want your resources. And they want to deny the people of Chad their access to their own resources. That is why they are intent. They don't want to let go. But then they will be calling Africans' name. They call us the N-word. They say we are this. They say we are that. They say we are that. We don't know no good. Nothing. Then why don't you just leave us alone? Why don't you just leave Africa alone? If you say we are not good, leave Africa alone. Don't you think? Okay, Alkebulan, let's hear from you. What would you like to say on this, on what I just said now? Let's go ahead. Let's go ahead. Alkebulan, thank you very much for waiting. Go ahead.
Greetings, my brother.
Greetings.
I pray you are in a good health.
Thank you.
Can you hear me?
I hear you. Yes, I hear you. Yeah, I hear you.
Can you hear me, brother?
Yeah, I hear you. I hear you loud and clear. I'm just muted so I don't.
Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah, well, it's desperation, obviously. They never care about us. You know, who says they care about us? They never care about us. We going to them like they care. But, you know, we are like brainwashing away. They never care about us. You know, obviously, if they don't want to let go, there is something there, or else, you know, nobody come. If there is no food, you're not gonna come in the house. You know,
Exactly.
It's all like that. It's a children game practically. So it's up to us to say no. That's it. Enough is enough. You know, enough is enough. This is a children game. This is a children game. We have to wake up to hold on our food, because enough is enough now. You know. This is like open slavery, practically. In everything is going on, you know, in Iraq, in everywhere. It's open. We are seeing it. So what's going on? You know, citizen, is only you fighting in this way? What's going on? Why the whole social media is not fighting? What's going on? You know, we have to open. We have to open. You know. That's it. That is it, really. Is that they are desperate. They are desperate. They are losing it. They know they're losing. Yeah, they know they're losing. So we have to wake up more. We there. We strong. We know everything.
Exactly. Yes. Well said, my sister. Well said. Thank you very much for that. And so much. And thank you for the gift also. And look, everybody, like you said, let's all wake up. We need to wake up. We can see what is going on. It's happening in front of us. Let us go to Gengoldi. Gengoldi, thank you for the gift also. What would you like to say? And thank you for waiting. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. Thank you for having me on this panel once more. One thing I need to tell you is this. You see, France, out of all these European countries, France never wanted to let go of their colonies. That's why they had all these Francophone countries sign their continuation of colonization.
Yeah, the pact for the continued colonization.
Yes, pact for the continue. So for them, in France's mind, we still belong to them. You understand? But what Africans are not really seeing what's going on here. Let me tell you something. You see, when it came to these other three countries, what these guys did, I think they went back to that pact that was signed and they ripped it apart, because that was what was binding them. Now, France has realized that countries like Chad will follow suit. And when a country like Chad, you see, when there was a coup d'etat in Gabon, they did not make much noise, because they knew that the one who was doing the coup was actually one of their own. Now, with Chad, they have to be strategic, because already France is experiencing loadsheds because the uranium that they once enjoyed from Niger has been now, they're not supplying it anymore. So now what they're thinking, strategically, if we hold on to Chad, we can be able to spy on these other people. So that's why we are also rooting for the president of Chad, the young man there. We're hoping that he follows through. Because these manners of while France is still doing this, they're doing this in Guadeloupe, where, you know, they own Guadeloupe. Like they're all the way. Guadeloupe is all the way in the Caribbean, and they own those. You know,
incredible.
And this kind of thing has never stopped. But France, France has found young men who have actually surprised them. These young men have managed to reverse all of that wickedness. Not in a lifetime, not in a generation.
Right now.
In our time, while we're watching live.
Exactly.
Africa needs to wake up, guys.
Yeah.
We need to support these people. As we are talking right now, Europe is banking all our seeds. They're actually getting all our soil. They are transporting the soil to Europe, because now you know what they want to do. They realize that these people are still going to rise. They want to control our food. How can you give all our seeds? So France knows what's happening, and they are not. The one who was speaking is a general.
Yes.
He's somebody and a general is somebody who knows how to plan, and he can see the foresight that if Chad falls out, the other countries which don't have much resources like these countries will not even be, even if they stand with France will still be lacking. That's why they're trying so hard to get into Chad, so that now they'll be able to, the same thing they did to Ivory Coast. They want to use the other brothers. They are not happy about losing their colonies, and we are not happy about being their colonies.
Exactly.
So one of us need to understand that.
We have to. Yes. You're right. You're right. Again, Goldie, thank you so much. You said it all. They don't want to lose us as the colonies, but it's not theirs to keep. It isn't. We are sovereigns. We were there long before they even came on the scene, and we remain, and we are getting back our freedom. It is not for them to call whether we are free or not. We decide that. Thank you so much, my brother. Thank you, and also thank you for the gift. And let's give you a clap again. Everything you said is absolutely exactly as it should be. Let us go to Burkina Faso too. I wonder if you can join me. You're welcome, and if you're able to say a few words, let's hear from you. Thank you once again. Go ahead. Burkina Faso too. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm gonna let you guys talk. I'll come back later, okay?
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Thank you. Okay. So whilst we're doing that, I'm gonna show you something. This is what the EU. I need you to understand this, because we have to understand what is going on. EU restrictions on Africans. Yeah. EU restrictions on African immigration. Let me put that up. So I want you to see something here. I want to just quickly on African immigration. Yeah. Okay, so because I think we need to connect things. A lot of us don't, we don't understand what is going on. And oftentimes...
Sound, brother, sound.
Oh, sorry.
I cannot hear you. We cannot hear you.
Sorry, yes. Sorry about that. Thank you. Yeah, so what I want to do is we need to connect the dots. So now we're going to look at the EU restrictions and on immigration. Keep in mind, France just said they don't want to let go of Chad. They want to keep their hands in, and we know why they want to let go. They don't want to let go of Chad. They want our resources. They want our gold, our diamond, our bauxite. They want our nuclear, uranium. They want all of that. Now, here is EU laws. Now, you would have thought if you don't want Africans in EU in France or in Europe, you stay away from Africa. Don't I'm just it's simple, don't you think? You stay away. So let us look at the restrictions that they put in. It says here, the EU has signed deals with African countries to stop immigrants from reaching borders and facilitate deportation of people without papers. For example, in 2016, EU paid Turkey a large sum of money to curb immigration. But are they stopping looting our resources? Can you see? Can you see the hypocrisy? That's why I said sheer hypocrisy. How can you be telling us you don't want us in your country? Fine. But you don't want to let go of our resources. You can't have your cake and eat it. This is not how it works. No. We're not accepting that. You do not come to our continent, take our resources on the cheap, control the rate of our currency, unalive, put bases on the continent, cause problems on the African continent. Then when we start fleeing, oh, you can't come in. That's hypocrisy, don't you think? This is what we are talking about. This is the real things that is, and I need Africans to connect. We have to connect this. So when they're telling us all of this, I need you to understand, when they're talking about EU immigration, they want to connect and to collect our resources and keep us quiet and for us not to say anything. You see, my brother, welcome. Let's play from you. What would you like to say? CJ Walote, thank you. Let's hear from you. Go ahead.
Hi, my brother. Thank you for having me, honorable panelists. I must say, congratulations to you all guys for your very stunning contribution. My brother, we are on a journey, and this journey is telling us that there's no turning back. We are here. We are being the hero of today for a generation of tomorrow. We are teachers, we are mentors, we are leaders, and we are revolutionary fighters. We need to realize meaningful change on our continent. And I just came out of a platform to which I earlier mentioned that there are some leaders who are selling Africa on a platter just for a few pennies. When I think about African Union, when I think about ECOWAS, these two institutions is funded by the West. And these leaders who are in these institutions are filling their pockets with dirty money, with the intention of keeping their country subdued. And this is really unfair to the people of Africa. Really unfair to the people of Africa. And I can go through all the list of all these countries that are doing a disservice to the African continent. Take, for instance, Africa should have had their own single currency by now. Let me reiterate.
Go ahead.
Africa should have had their own single currency by now, backed by gold. Now, marking a country for that single currency is none other than my take is Nigeria. Even though Nigeria is not fully organized, the Central Bank of Africa should be in the most populous nation. Now, Nigeria need a lot of reformation because it is divided in two fronts. One, what you call European induced tribal division. Two, religious idolism. Those two structures infect the minds of people that are ushering discord in our common goals and desire. Now, when you look at a Nigerian, you cannot tell if he's a Muslim or a Christian unless he label himself or he present himself with the clothes that they're wearing. They all look like Nigerians. We all look the same. As a matter of fact, Nigerian, Ghanaian, unless they open their mouth, you would know the difference. We're all Africans. We're all together for one common goal and desire. It's for the development of Africa. My brothers and sisters, let me be honest with you. Because many of us want to know the truth. Because the truth shall set us free. But first, it will piss us off. Now, when you are consumers of foreign ideology, you become a product of their identity. Now, when you walk with your chest up and say, oh, I am a Muslim, or you walk with your chest up and say, I am a Christian. Now, what you're telling yourself, I no longer identify myself as an African brother, but the label that comes through a book that establish the framework of my mental constitution. We need to start thinking, my brother. We need to see each other as brothers and sisters in one unity for one common goal to one destiny. Is to realize Africa as the most powerful country on planet Earth. I'm talking about the continent of Africa. And we can only do that when we come together. We can only do that when we come together, working towards the development of our resources for the interests of our citizens. Nigeria, I'm going to single out Nigeria because it is Africa powerhouse. Should have been the big brother to every country on the continent. Like how Iran, every country jumping up there.
Oh, network. You back? Network issue. Oh, very important. We'll hold on for a few minutes. It's making a very important point, and I hope it comes back. Very important. So, yeah.
Iran take everything.
Carry on.
Iran take these people first. Iran ensure that it keep patriotism paramount to the growth and development of the country. Loyalty, dedication, and determination to make Iran a powerhouse.
Exactly.
Now Iran could hit back at Israel equal and square reaction. Now look at Nigeria, fourth largest oil producing nation on planet Earth. Let me tell you again, the fourth largest oil producing nation on planet Earth.
No lie.
More than what Libya is producing. But Libya could have given them people free lights, free housing, free schooling, and an economy that is second to none. What is happening in our country of Nigeria? What is happening to places like Ghana, which give Anglo gold all the rights to mine the gold in Africa, which is an England gold company?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is happening in Congo? We are carrying Israel to court to fight for the Palestinian. Why are we not organizing to stabilize Congo so that we can realize a structured economy on the continent? We people, we need to form national group. As a matter of fact, international group. Let me tell you this. The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting different results. What they have done to us, I must tell the European, you have done a good job and congratulations. But we are awakening now from this situation and we are finding solution to our problem. Now, what they have done to us is put us in autopilot mode. When I say autopilot mode, is that what they have implanted in our society because they institutionalized religion. They no longer have to fund religion. We are funding religion. And I'm going to tell you this. We are all believers because we were not there when these things were written. We're all believers. And you know what is belief? Belief is an illustration that you are ignorant of the fact. You have no knowledge of what is happening. And the fact that you are ignorant of the fact, you are paying to retain that cycle of ignorance by your contribution. Trillions of dollars that could have gone for housing development, that could have gone for food security, that could have gone for military development structure, that could have gone for technological satellites and all these things that could have created our own space in this world. We are paying to the retainance of our ignorance. My brothers, I'm going to close by saying, you have to emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Adam, you are what you eat. And if they are feeding you with their product, you become a product of them. So your minds, what they put into your minds, becomes a product of what they want you to think and how they want you to live. Because if you look on the continent now, the richest, I like to re-emphasize this, the richest continent on planet Earth. There's a saying, in the abundance of water, fool go thirsty. We have everything. We can feed ourselves, clothe ourselves, and create the condition to have a better life in the future. Thank you.
Wow. 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 You see, thank you so much. You always hit the nail on the head. And the last word you said there, we can free ourselves. We can create the conditions to actually give ourselves a better life collectively. Very, very true. And the words you said, we have to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Emancipate yourself from mental slavery. None but ourselves can free our minds. Have no fear for atomic energy, cause none of it can stop at the time. How long shall they kill our prophets? Whilst we stand aside and look, whoa. Some say it's just a part of it. We've got to fulfill the book. Won't you help to sing this song of freedom? Cause all I ever hear, oh yeah, redemption song. redemption song. We have to emancipate ourselves from mental slavery. Enough of this nonsense. And thank you so much again. Let me give you a round of applause for the work you're doing there. You see. And we need to be doing work. We need to hear more speakers like this. We must be ready to take collective action on the African continent. And I'm telling you, we have to become visually and physically on that continent. We have to be there. Start making the changes. Don't wait around. Nothing is going to change unless you and I join hands and make it happen on the continent. That's why we're asking you to support us on this platform. The more you support us, the more we can actually make sure we bring to life the things that will change the mindset of our people to free themselves and begin to hold their government to account and not allow any of these colonials to be back on our continent. It is that simple. We've got work to do. Let's get on with it. Thank you so much. Let us go to DJ Blackstar. Blacker, thank you. You've been waiting for a few minutes. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say? Let's hear from you. Go ahead. DJ Blacker, are you there? I'll unmute you for a second. Yes, I think I have. Okay, DJ Blacker, thank you for the gifts as well. Go ahead.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Good afternoon.
Just like how my brother was saying, Roger, you know, Africa will have to stand together and unite, you know, to build our continent. We have the richest continent in the world, but just like where they say, but why are we the poorest ones? You know, so we have to come together and work together and build our continent. No one is going to come to build it for us. We have to do it ourselves. We have to do it ourselves. You know, we have to know that now in this our generation, we have to know that, you know, we are getting educated and more people are getting educated in Africa. We have to know that it was a brainwash. We have to know that brainwash and unite and work together and build our continent.
Exactly. Well said.
So, Africa, we have to come together. We are all the same. We have to be one unite Africa. With one president, one army, one federal government. Is what we need in Africa. We unite, come together and work together and build our continent. Just look at Africa, you know. You feel pity when you know what is going on, you know. So our leaders, they need to work hard, you know. And we try to build up Africa. We have to follow Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso. We have to follow that step. We have to be Pan-Africanist. And we have to know that we ourselves have to build Africa. No one is coming to help you to build it. So, Africa, let's unite. That's all what I have to say, brother. Thank you.
Thank you. I like the words you said. We have to build Africa. We have to work together. We have to fix Africa ourselves. Let's unite. Let's build together. Thank you very much. Thank you, DJ Blacker. And thank you for the gifts as well. As you're coming in, we welcome you, and it's a pleasure to have you. Bernard Tanyu, go ahead. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say? Greetings and welcome.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you, my African. Kudos to everyone inside here. I am very, very pleased. I'm just feeling as if I should cry. Just seeing everybody very patriotic. First of all, Africa, these people have fooled us for long. I'm staying here in the European country. I am not happy as being back home. One thing which we have to put in our mind is, let us remove the yoke, that yoke of colonialism that is still on us. We are not free yet. We are not there yet. Let us remove that. Let us think back home. And the one thing to do for us to do is what? Number one, education. Educate our people, educate our masses. The time is now for us to educate our masses. Let us not think that, oh, they already know. No, this is the time because of thank God to the social media. Everybody knows everything that is taking place everywhere. Educate our masses. And number two, my people, look at Europe. There is open borders. Everywhere people can travel around the whole place. Let Africa have their open borders that can travel everywhere. These people don't want us to have open borders so that we can be able to travel and teach one another everything to do. And number 3, free trade. Free trade all over the whole of Africa, free trade. If we can have a free trade, then we will not be lacking. We will not be lacking. These people will envy us. My people, the time is now. Thank you very much for having me.
Thank you. Thank you. Bernard, Bernard, I hope I'm following you. I'm following you. Yes, Bernard Tanyua Ta. Thank you so much. Thank you for your comments. And you're right. We know what is going on. Please let us not turn the other way and pretend we don't know what's going on. We are giving you information. We need to wake up. All of us we have a role to play. You watching me, I know that our ancestors have given you a particular role to play in freeing Africa. What I'm trying to encourage you to do is to actually connect to that role and bring it to life and make Africa free. Africa will not be free unless we collectively work together to free Africa. This is what we are doing here. We are raising awareness. We need to let our people know in their local languages that they have the right to hold their government to account, that they are sovereign, that they have authority, that they have power in their local language, and they can use that power to free themselves. They can use that power to enrich their coming generations. There is so much work to do, and that is why this platform is dedicated to raising the awareness across the whole of the entire African continent, and indeed in diaspora among Africans. My brother said something. We all want to come home. Believe you me, we all want to come home, and it is time. We have to make home a place that we want to come home to by working together, making sure there's roads, water, light, schools, bridges, healthcare, safety, security, all of those things, and freedom to trade among ourselves. Nobody should be. Why is it that Europe is putting borders on our land and we cannot move around on our own continent? But in Africa, in European continent, there is no borders. It doesn't make any sense. Why are we doing that? We need to take control. We're not here attacking Europe. We're not here saying Europe is bad. We're saying on the African continent, we make the decisions, and now we must make sure that we provide the conditions, like Yussi said, that is going to make us thrive and really reach our true potential collectively on the continent. We have everything. We are the richest continent on this planet. There is no excuse for this happening anymore now. Let us take collective action. Thank you so much, my brother Bernard. Let me crack on for a few seconds. I'll come back to you again. Thank you so much. And thanks for the gifts. Those of you who have been giving, keep gifting the platform. Keep sharing the broadcast. It's very, very important. And I'm so glad that my brother spoke there. I want to just touch on this issue again. I want you to look at the words on the screen. I'm going to go back into the words. So, it says there, we cannot afford to lose Chad. Now, is it theirs to lose? Is it France's to lose? There are people in Chad right now. They have resources in Chad. Let me show you those resources in Chad. Then I will then go and do something more. I'll just quickly show you. The reason why France is in Chad is because of the resources that belongs to the people of Chad. The resources are uranium, titanium, bauxite, gold. And that is what they want to take from the people of Chad. Now, let us look at the population of Chad. Yeah? Chad population. Yeah? I want to just quickly show you something. Then I will go and explain. Chad population. 17.72 million people in Chad. They are being denied the access to their resources. That is what France is doing. France is taking away their resources and buying it on the cheap. Yussi said it. We need to have our own banking system. We need to have our own currency structure so that we can determine the rate at which we sell our own resources. This is all going to be work we have to do. I'm putting all this together because now I'm going to go back to this point. So they say they don't want to let go of Chad. But here, I want you to listen. When they tell you they are putting EU restrictions, they never talk about the fact that they're taking the resources from Africa. They never talk about that. Danny, greetings. Wow, great. The house is getting full today. Danny, welcome. Welcome, Danny. It's a pleasure to have you here. How you doing?
Okay, good morning.
Greetings. Good afternoon. It's good afternoon here, and good morning to you over there in the US. Tell us, do you have any updates for us on what's happening in Florida, Tampa Bay, and all those here? I know there's some hurricane issues. You want to talk about that a little bit? Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh no, I'm in California, so we don't deal with I don't deal with flooding. and stuff like that in California. But I have seen some of the pictures, and it's really bad for the people. What's worse is that the government is not even stepping in and
Wow.
doing as much as they can do. They much rather send millions and millions of dollars to Ukraine and funding, WAR versus taking care of their people. But you know how that goes. I don't even believe all that. I don't even believe all that money goes to Ukraine. You know what I mean? Because if you go watch the news about it, like every 2 or 3 weeks they send in another 1 point this billion, 1 point that million over there. I'm almost thinking like, is it really going there, or y'all lining y'all pockets just in case you don't win the election?
Exactly.
So that's my own thoughts on it.
Exactly. Thank you so much. Yeah, thank you for that update in terms of what is going on. You see, that Ukraine thing, I'm so glad she talked about that. Those funds that have hurricane in the US, but they don't care about that. Oh, keep funding Ukraine and the war and everything else. And it tells you so much about them. But thank you so much for that, Danny, for that update. We're just going to talk a bit. We are here talking about waking up Africa, making sure that we know that the resources in the land belongs to us. And we have to stop the colonials taking our resources for free. We've got to stop it. It's not theirs to take, it is ours, and we must decide what happens on the continent. So welcome, Danny. Go ahead, say something. Go ahead.
Yeah, I heard you say when I first came in. I heard you saying about it's not that we don't like the Europe, I guess the European people or whatever. And in my mind, I was like, no, that's not right. It is that we don't. We want y'all to leave us alone. You know what
Exactly.
I'm saying?
We want to be.
Black people are the only people in the world that has never been left alone. You know what I mean? Like everywhere we are, here you come. We can't build, we can't have nothing. Even here in the U.S., when we had successful cities of our own, what did they do? Flood it out, bomb it out. You know what I'm saying? Just out of jealousy, they don't ever want to see black people succeed. Africa don't need them. You know what I'm saying? Like you treat Africa like it's a whole bunch of little kids that need to be governed. Put on punishment. You know what I mean? Sit over here, do this, do that. No, go home. You know what I'm saying? You want to be over there in Europe running somebody else's country with your feet cocked up and riding around in your nice cars. But the people who have the natural resources, they got to be hungry because of what you say. That's madness.
Yeah. I agree with you.
100%, my sister.
I agree. I agree also. I agree, Danny. And look, what we're saying is that just leave us alone. I don't even want to know what's going on in Europe. Just leave Africa be. And we are telling you now that from here on, we are going to make sure that you leave us alone, because our people will take the steps to free themselves on their continent. It is their right. They are sovereigns, they have authority, and they have a power over their land. And you don't have anything to say about it. So that's what we want to really reiterate. So, but thank you very much for that comment, Danny. Really very important point you made there. And we have to really reiterate. We don't want you guys, or if you're going to be oppressing us on our land, then stay away. We don't want you. Get off our land. Get off. We have the right to say so. Thank you for that. Razak, brother, what would you like to say? I'll come back to Akebulan. Did you want to say something quickly before I bring Razak? Akebulan, go ahead.
I'm saying they cannot leave us alone. They cannot leave us alone because they want us. They want us. They hate us, but they want us, or else they're gonna starve. We have to push them away. That's it. Because they will never leave us if it was for them. Yeah. It's up to us. It's up to us. The sword is in our hand now. That's it. The sword is in our hand. They will never leave us alone.
Very true. And that's why we have to make sure, and this is why I'm saying we need that awareness. We need to know what is really going on, and we have to teach our communities in our local languages so that we can begin to actually take the actions to free ourselves. It is just not acceptable what's going on. We cannot be silent anymore. That's why programs like this are important. And please do subscribe, hit the notification button, give a thumbs up. You are, of course, watching Citizen AY, the platform where we speak truth to power. We do need your support. Whatever you can do in terms of gifts and donations and help us in reaching more people, we truly appreciate that. Now, before I crack on, I want to show you, on the one hand, they say, this is the report that EU created. They said they signed deals with African countries to stop migrants from reaching the borders and facilitate deportation of people without papers. In 2016 and all these places. Gen Goldie, thank you very much. They signed those papers. including France. France signed those papers, screening immigrants. But when it comes to our resources, they make sure that it's bought at dirt cheap prices. France that is talking, they printed safer. France prints safer for African countries. And they don't want to let go of African country. Is it by force? Do you have to be amongst Africans? You can be in Europe. Keep your wonderful Europe. Like Joseph Borrell said, keep your wonderful garden. Joseph Borrell said Europe is a garden. We get it. It's your garden. Keep your garden. But let us be in our jungle. Leave us be in our jungle. Don't bring your military into our jungle. Don't bring your divisions to our jungle. Keep all of that in Europe. That is all we are saying. You cannot keep trying to stop us from growing on the African continent. And then when you now come, you now say, oh, you have to sign papers. You're not allowed to come in. But you are stealing from us. You're saying it brazenly. So I want people, when we're talking about this, they're saying it brazenly. They are not going to leave. I mean, this is, understand this word. We cannot afford to lose Chad. It is not yours to lose. It is not yours to lose. Because Chad, because Niger, Burkina Faso, Mali have said no more. They're now afraid. But that is your problem. On the African continent, we are going. And we are going to take all the steps we can to make sure that Africa becomes the oasis that it always was. And we are going to make sure it comes back to that. So we need to understand, when you hear them talking about EU immigration, they have to, if they are stopping our people from coming into EU, fine, great. We are also going to stop the resources from being taken from Africa into EU on the cheap. That is simply what it is. We need this awareness. Your resources is what is building Europe. Your resources is what is building America. Your resources is what is building Canada. Those are the plain facts. And we need you to be aware of it. So please help us on this platform. And we need to get information out there. Like I said, I'm doing one or two things. At the minute, we're sourcing some documents, and you'll be seeing some videos shortly on this platform. And hopefully myself, I will be on ground. I actually want to be on ground in Africa, in the continent. It's actually good for my health, the heat and all of that. But anyway, what I want to do is to actually be in communities, and not just myself, and all of us, to begin to empower people to know their rights in their local language, so they can demand and speak for themselves and hold their governors to account. Because the constitution and everything else written in foreign languages has denied the people their access to their rights, and then they've been exploited by the colonials even now. How can, in 2024, how can France be telling us, oh, we are not going to lose Chad? It is not yours to lose. Nobody is fighting you over France. Why are you fighting Africans over their land? This is why we're saying no more. And they're writing laws. They pay Turkey money to keep us out of Europe. That's fine. Leave us with our resources. You don't deserve to touch our resources. We've had enough. And that is what we're saying. So we continue to on that mode, and we want people to be aware. Now I'm going to go to the second part of it. There's the second part, which is okay. Before I go ahead, Juice. Oh, okay, you've gone off. Okay, I'll bring you back again if you do want to come in, Juice. If you do want to chat, I can't quite hear you, Juice. Let me see if I can bring you out, you, because I think you came out just now. So the hypocrisy of their stance is what I need us to really understand. That you cannot be standing and telling us, oh, Europe is a garden and all of that stuff, and everything is working, and then you now come and you're taking our resources. It proves that without our resources, Europe is nothing. That's what it proves. Correct me if I'm wrong. Without African resources, Europe is nothing. Janice, thank you very much. What would you like to say? Welcome on board. Let's hear from you. What would you like to say? Welcome on board.
I'm just watching this African thing be interesting to me. I'm in Haiti right now, so
fantastic.
I'm glad what they're doing in Africa, how we taking the land back and everything like that, and I just appreciate you guys.
Thank you. Thank you, Janice, and my brother from Haiti. We look out for you. We know that you guys, you set the pace. You are the first free black nation on the continent, and they're trying to let us never, ever, ever remember that. But we know our history. We know the role you played. We know that you never allowed anybody to enslave people on your continent and on your land, and they're trying to make sure that we never ever remember the greatness that you possess. We remember, we know, and we are working with, and we are with you 100%, my brother Janice. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining. Thank you. Let us go ahead and let me bring in who's speaking again. I wanted to bring in Linda. Greetings and welcome. Let me see if I'll bring you. Throw me an invite when you're ready. As you're watching, please subscribe to Citizen AY, hit the notification button, give us thumbs up, and let us grow the platform. I'll be bringing Linda in, and it's actually timely that she came in because I might need to pop off and do something quickly, and she can carry on and come back. But